Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Laid Back Vape Show. We are at episode 204. You have myself and Steve. We have special guest Jordan. Welcome, Jordan. And unfortunately, Kurt is on his hollybops, so he's away for the show, but he will be back next week unless he gets a better offer in the meantime, which is highly possible. Highly possible.
Yes.
Right. First of all, Jordan, welcome, mate. Let's find out briefly what you're vaping on currently, sir.
I've got a little bit of a smorgasbord of different vapes here. I've got the Xeros 3, and this has got some smoky liquid in it, and I've been vaping it. It's actually really good. It's lemon and lime, and I've got a Xeros Cube with the some Korean liquid that I got from Expo. I think it's also lemon and lime. But which is good, and then I've got this the Cleto Pro Mesh sitting on top of the Lost Vape Centaurus Plus, and that's got some of the Legion X in there, which I picked up at Vape Expo, and hopefully we'll be doing a review on that soon-ish.
Nice. Lovely. Who do you want to pass it to, mate?
I'll pass it to Steve. Why not?
Thank you, sir. As usual, I've got the Gen 200 iTank 2 with some CyberRabbit add-on. I have got the Navokes Feeling AX, which the review for that has just come about half an hour before the show. And in that, I've got some Lemon Line Nixer with some the iced Nix shot in there. It's very nice. And then my other Gen 200 iTank 2, and inside that I've got Nix's Lemon Tart, which is very nice. Going through that bottle like nobody's business.
Yeah, it's good, eh?
That is me, Ian.
Thanks, Steve. Like Steve, I have the Navokes Feeling AX. You just told me what it was, but I have to remind myself. Inside of which got some of this delicious pixie juice, pink, apple, and blueberries that I'm enjoying very much. Gen 200, iTank 2, some Jack Rabbit strawberry cheesecake. And I've got a few, Cross Pro. Inside of that, I've got this stuff that I keep coming back to all the time. This Green Dream from Digbiz, which is very nice. Then I've got my Cross. Did I call that a Cross 4? Or did I call it a 3? I don't even know. Cross Pro. Cross 4, which is what that one is. Inside of which got some Irresistible Cherry and Mixed Berry. And lastly, you'll all be pleased to know, some Lemon Tart. And I've got that inside my Minikin pod. That is me.
Yeah, I was going to say, just before going, if anyone that missed last week's show and was trying to look for it again the day after, we got a slap on the wrist from YouTube because they didn't like us playing that stick song.
That's gone now.
So we had to take it down, cut the that bit out, and then re-upload it. So
it's not in lives; it's currently in video.
We won't be playing that one anymore. So
no, we're not playing that anymore. That's all good. Right, shall we say hello to some lovely people in chat? Shall we?
Yes.
Shall we do that?
Yeah,
let's do that. Right. Who wants to do the chat thing, Steve? Me or you, mate?
I'll give it a go this week.
Yeah, cool.
This could go seriously wrong. Let's go right about
faith.
Top. It keeps jumping all the time like it's literally just in there. Stop moving, you bastard. We've got Loki, who's, like we said, away at the moment. He's off to Barry Trotter land tomorrow.
He is. Have a good time, mate.
We've got Mr. Metal Vape. Good evening, sir. We've got the lovely Jane from Shy Tots.
How are you, Jane?
Good evening. We've got the Vaping Snowman. Good evening. Hello. We've got my lovely wife, Helen. Good evening.
Hello, Helen.
Hello.
How are we doing?
We've got Billy Lee Rice. Good evening.
Hello, Billy Lee.
Other Sean. Good evening to you.
Sean.
Mr. Oakley Dokley, Andy Oakley. Good evening.
Hi, Andy.
Mr. Mark H. Serious Mac elbow, although I haven't got a Mac, but I'll do the elbow.
Evening, Mark.
Going down. Say name. Shrek, good evening, sir.
How are we, Shrek?
Going down. Craig D, good evening, sir. Nice to see you. Going down. James vapes stuff.
James is still vaping stuff.
He does.
Likes to vape stuff, James.
Andy C, good evening. Nice to see you. Going down. Odin reviews.
Jay.
Yeah. Has Kurt trimmed his beard? He's not.
Kurt looks a little bit different tonight, Jay. A little bit.
Just Josh, good evening.
Hello, mate.
Who else we got? I think we've got Scott Wood.
Scott
good
Wood.
Evening. We have got Paul Denby. Good evening.
Evening, Paul.
Michael O. Good evening to you, sir.
Hi, mate.
Who else we got? We've got Ant-Man. Good evening.
Hello, Grateful Ant.
Going down. I think that is.
I reckon you're there.
I missed your name. Top titties.
I don't think you did.
We did it.
You got everyone.
Yes. And please remember to hit that thumbs up, please. 32 people.
If you can, that would be amazing and always much appreciated. I mean, it won't stop us getting strikes, but, it's only playing stuff we shouldn't play.
Oh, we're up to 11, so I'll just refresh my screen. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. I'm going to pop some discount codes up below for some lovely people that are kind enough to sponsor this show. So if you want to show them some support, and hopefully if you keep buying stuff from them using discount codes, they may stay here for a little while. You never know.
Yeah. So John, we met you at the expo. We had a bit of a chat on that, but obviously for people that obviously weren't there, like people there, so a few questions. Like, how did you get into vaping? Were you a big smoker beforehand, or?
Well, I've always been intrigued with nicotine products. So I wasn't like a heavy smoker, but I enjoyed like cigarettes, cigars, all of that sort of thing. And at the time I'd just turned 18 and a vape shop had opened in my village where I grew up, down south in Buckinghamshire, and it was called Vape Smart, and I went in for an interview not really thinking anything of it and was just amazed with all the different products, because I'm autistic, so I like fiddly things. I like to fiddle with things, and the fact that you could make your own coils, you could tear everything down and do everything, just really spoke to me. And yeah, since then I've just been addicted to everything vaping, really.
And it's not a cheapful thing to do either, is it?
No, definitely not. Especially back then. I mean, I remember, like even terrible mods like the Smock Alien, came out and it was like 70, 80 quid, But that was, luckily I joined in the vaping industry in like 2016 when TPD was just being pushed through. So I did manage to get a bunch of good deals. But that soon dried up.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's cool. You've been around it for a while then.
Yeah. I remember like watching old YouTube videos, like you had like indoor smokers and all those old school reviewers and stuff, and just hearing like all the different flavors and stuff and the DIY aspect of it. It's sort of like a match made in heaven for somebody who likes to focus on things.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Indoor smokers who literally just seem to review smock products, and that was it. Smock tanks. Smock tanks into more smock tanks.
And then he went over to Vapresso. It was everything Vapresso.
yeah, definitely. Hello, Craig. You all right, mate? Yeah, indeed. So have you got like a go-to flavor profile then when it comes to e-liquid? A lemon and lime, maybe? I don't know.
lemon and lime is it seems to be just what I always get given when I get like samples and stuff. So it's always a lemon and lime. But I much prefer like creamy cakey flavors. One of my favorite e-liquids of all time was MILF's milk from Eco Vape. I don't know if you remember that, but
Heard of them.
it was like a strawberries and custard cream. Oh, it was lovely. It's quite reminiscent of the Legion X strawberry custard, which I'm using at the minute as well. Except that
a bit like mother's milk, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, they probably stole it from it and they just turned it into MILF because, UK market. Funny. But the one of the first e-liquids I ever had was a chocolate milkshake from Eco Vape, and I remember just thinking like, this is amazing. Like, so I go for desserty, but really I'll vape anything and anything.
It's true. If you like the taste of it, vape it.
Exactly.
There's a lot. I mean, it's all lemon and limes and blueberry sour raspberries and all that at the moment. They are the thing, and we're all double concentrated and they're all disposable-esque flavors, aren't they?
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys saw at Expo, there was I can't remember which company it was, but they had 120 mils of blueberry sour raspberry that you added all your Nick shots to. And I thought, who the hell is vaping 120 mils of blueberry sour raspberry? Just non-stop 20 milligram,
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, you got to watch it. A couple of the stalls, the disposable stalls at Expo. I think it wasn't the October one. I think it was the May one last year. Me and Ian were walking around, and we got called out to this one stand with all these different disposables on. So me and Ian were like, "Is it a Chinese company?" And we were like, "Oh, we tried this one, and we tried that one, and we tried about 4 or 5." And it wasn't until we went to walk away we noticed that they're all 50 milligram.
God.
So we didn't have to touch any nicotine or vaping that for the next half an hour.
Pretty sorted for the rest of the day, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember my first Vape Expo. I went in, I was so hyped up, never been to one before. Literally 5 minutes in, I needed to sit down. I was Nick sick. Just like, wow, okay, you really need to take your time walking around there, otherwise it's a nightmare.
Because how it used to be before pandemic and stuff. I mean, there was that many juice companies there. How many disposable stands there are now, but it used to be all juke companies, and by about 1-2 o'clock, you just had vapor's tongue, and you just couldn't taste any juice. It was like
tastes the same.
Tastes exactly the same. So
for sure. When was your first one you went to then, Jordan?
Remember? God, I think it was the one just after we came back from COVID. I remember that because I like I said, I've been in the industry for so long. I kept wanting to go. And that was back in the day when they had one down at the London XL. But everyone kept telling me, don't bother going to that one, go to the one in Birmingham. And I was just like, it's so far away. But thankfully, I had an opportunity with one of the shops I was working with to go. And then I was like, I've got to go to this like every year. And then I realised this year that that's a bit of a mistake. But, they tried their best. But I think, the Vape Expo and stuff like that is just being overtaken with all disposables with the big money,
Yeah,
for sure. It's a shame. I was watching Bogan's basically words upon what he thought Expo was the other night, and I think he pretty much hit the nail on the head. To be fair, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's an interesting watch.
Yeah, wasn't he basically just saying like it was all just money, and
pretty much.
Some of the stalls there, though, it seemed like there was zero effort put in. I know you guys have talked about this, so I won't drone on about it too long. But like Osmodos and stuff like that, they just had like a little kiosk. And it was just like, you guys are a massive company.
Kurt was saying that some of their stand thing that was supposed to have had there hadn't turned up or got stuck somewhere. So they sort of had to throw something together. Although it did look like a car boot sale stand I had there, but
it was less of a vape show and felt more of like a smoking sensation show, if that makes sense, because there were so many like there was even like a company selling like nicotine gum there and stuff like that. This is a bit weird.
When we first got there, we were going towards the home zone, and this guy had a big massive bag for life sort of thing with like hundreds of these vape patches. And, do you want to try one for free? And me and Ed were like, still sitting on the table. Probably never use it, like, but if it's free, love it. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Rude not to.
I tried one of those for the first time in years the other day, and I just don't get on well with them at all. They just burn the inside of my mouth. I can't be doing with it. I'm just vaping. It's strictly vapor, me. That's pretty much how I get my nicotine. But everyone enjoys whatever they enjoy.
Oh yeah. I think that's the beauty of it, is like being in the industry for so long. I've seen all the different things. Like, I saw the disposables coming. I was like, this is going to be massive. I then went and saw the nicotine pouches coming and thought this will be massive. And it's an interesting market, always changing. But we always seem to be just like the law's here, and we're just trying to always. Just try and outsmart the law, it feels like, which is a terrible thing for an industry.
Yeah, I haven't got it here. I mean, like with the disposables, but they have been around quite a long time, really. I mean, because I bought my first one. I think it was one's called the Stig. I think it was done by VGod. I bought that in 2000 at the Expo in 2018, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then there wasn't that many about, and obviously since then it's gone crackers now with it. But
do you remember the old 10 motive disposables that were like shaped like a cigarette? Those things were
little blue light on the end.
Yeah, the ones that glowed at the end.
They were stupid, but if you were caught in a pinch, the menthol 10 motives was actually all right.
Yeah, sorry, I've just noticed someone that's...
Yeah, me too. If you want to, if you don't mind highlighting them, I'm just going to press the button. There we go.
Good
Hi,
evening,
Ben. And Dino, saw you in there as well. Hello, mate. Welcome. Sorry, just had to do that quick. We have to do that whenever Ben pops in chat. It's rude if we don't. Yeah, it's a crazy world. It's a crazy world.
It's weird. Like I guess you guys have been in the industry, well, probably even longer than I have. But it's weird how you can see things coming and you go, "Oh, this is going to be huge," and then you think, "But this is terrible." But also sometimes you're like, "This is quite good."
Yeah. I mean, because I think it was 3 years ago when, still about now, obviously, squonking. I think quite a lot of people were bringing out squonk mods and that and trying to make a bit of a thing with that. But that just seems to have not died off, but quieted down a little bit because, I said, every man and his dog was trying to bring one out and do something different. I think it's only ones like the top side and stuff like that really made an impact on most people. But it was even that one. I can't remember who made it.
Kangatech one that was a horrible squat. I forget what it's called, like the drip box or something.
Yeah,
that was
I had that as well.
What was that one that was? It had almost like a pump in it. So each time you did it, you pressed the button and it pumped the juice. Or am I making?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I can't think what it's called.
One thing that I didn't realise would be so massive, but has become, is borrows and stuff like that. Like, because they're so fiddly, I thought no one's going to care about this, but now everybody's got like a borrow.
A lot better. I mean, I think that's a good thing because then it obviously coil builders get nice and busy from that. People are buying the coils for it, and there's different versions you can get for it and stuff. So I don't mind that. That's the new phase, but the new thing coming out. I don't mind borrow devices. I'm quite happy with that.
RDA and the drip box 160. Whatever RDA, I don't know if it's the same RDA. I had it on the smaller version. That was awful too. That was absolutely awful. But yeah, borrows. I think there's one in particular that I can't remember. Kurt's got it, and I am thinking if I've got the money in October, I'm going to buy one if I can when I'm at Expo. Can't think what it's called though. And we sell them at work, which is even worse.
I really like the look of that dot mod one that it's like those disposables by Element, the click clacks that the battery detaches from it. I do like the look of that, even though it seems pointless.
Yeah, who was it? Riot Squad. They brought something out similar, aren't they, with the battery clips on the side of it? This thing here.
Yeah, the Connect,
yeah,
something like that. Yeah, Dot Mod have created a borrow that is exactly like that. I don't know if you guys have seen any reviews on it, but
no,
it's a weird device.
I'll have to have a look at that.
Hmm.
4 years around people don't seem to.
All right, so we've got a few because we've got 2 sets of like quick fire questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say I've got some. This is some that my wife come up today because my head was a bit fried this morning. So there's only a handful here, and then
I run a quick bumper thing.
quick bumper.
Quick this and that.
Sure thing.
This that. Woohoo!
There you go. Right, so rabbits or llamas?
Rabbits. Hmm.
Rabbits.
He's going to be weird. I warn you.
If you were going out for the day, where would you go?
Probably a vape shop, to be fair.
Yeah, see what news out.
Yeah, exactly.
Dogs or cats?
Oh, dogs. Mm.
Definitely dogs. Chocolate or crisps?
Chocolate all the way. Mm.
Yeah. Manual or electric toothbrush?
Electric, easier.
Old school manual. Bogan or Grim Green?
Oh, that's a hard one. I've got to say Grim Green at the moment because I really like his live stream that he does, even though it's like 5 hours long. I love watching that.
Yeah, that is a tough one because they're relatively equally good. Neil Pitts, good evening.
Hello, Neil.
What else have we got? Barbecue at home or a meal in a restaurant?
Probably a meal in a restaurant, as long as the restaurant's quiet. I don't like busy places.
No. Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi, probably. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Pepsi.
And last one, handshake or fist bump?
Fist bump, yeah, definitely.
Nice. I got a few. I'll just follow on with mouth to lung or direct to lung.
Probably direct to lung. Hmm.
Cool. E-liquid wise, DIY or shop?
I've done both. Probably shop just for the easiness at the minute. Mm.
Yeah, with you on that. So
Birdie, good evening, sir. All the way from down under. That's my dodgy Australian accent. Sorry about that.
Birdman, how are you? Where do we go? Stock coils or handmade coils?
Stock coils again for the easiness, but if I could, I would make all my own coils.
Yeah, same. Have we done badger? We ain't done badger. Badger or beaver?
Probably a beaver. Although, taken out of context, that sounds really bad.
No, it's all good. Kind of why we ask it. Boxers or briefs?
Briefs, yeah. Briefs are better.
Man. We don't get many brief men. It's usually boxers. Probably because we're a certain age. Yeah. This next one, I don't even know if it's going to mean anything to you or not because you're so young. But Cagney or Lacey?
That means nothing to me. Anyway,
it's an older thing, 80s.
Yeah,
American cop show, like 2 women, Cagney and Lacey.
Oh.
We'll skip over that one. Marvel or DC?
Probably DC. Yeah, I prefer Batman, the Joker, hence the Toker's Mafia.
Makes perfect sense. Everyone in chat, Jordan's link will be going in via Nightbot. So if you see it, give it a click, give him a subscribe. That'd be amazing. Got content coming up, I believe. So yeah,
hopefully so. Yeah, I'm the kind of person who spends like 10 days on the edit and only like 5 minutes recording. So that's why it's taken some time.
Yeah, that's the best bit of doing a review is get the review done as quick as possible, and then I can just spend all day messing around with the editing. So
exactly.
That's cool. I'm going to miss the next one as well because that's another 80s thing. Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox, backwards compatibility.
Yeah, cool. And football or rugby?
Football. Yeah, I put football.
Nice. Euros will be starting soon.
Oh yeah.
Should be decent. I actually watched 2 games of football the weekend. I never watched football. I ended up watching Man United one because I was at the mother-in-law's and she's
Mm.
massive Man U fan. And what was the other one I watched? Yesterday.
Southampton Leeds.
Yeah, I ended up watching some of that as well.
Yeah, well, I watched the FA Cup on Saturday, Man United, Man City, and then on Sunday I was watching the Formula One Grand Prix in Monaco, and then beforehand the one guy Martin Brundle, he does the pit lane walk for the race. So there's loads of celebrities going there, and two of them from Man United team. I thought, yesterday you're playing at Wembley, winning the FA Cup, and then you jump on a plane and you're in Monaco watching the Grand Prix. But on their wages, that's nothing to them, though, is it? There. No.
Bear with me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to. Josh has asked for the link in chat, so I'm going to find it. I thought Nightbot was spamming it out, but it might not be. So just carry on amongst yourselves.
So you got the two channels at the moment. You got the one with obviously you got your vaping reviews coming up, and you've also got a gaming channel as well.
Yeah. I'm 25, so I was one of those people that was sort of raised with YouTube, and I've seen that like gaming videos and stuff like that. Not saying that I'll watch mine; they're so much better, but gaming videos have lost their charm. It's just like an hour-long video of a guy just staring at a screen and every now and then going, "Huh, interesting." And I missed the old edits, where like stupid things pop up on the screen and stuff like that. So I took it upon myself. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring back all them stupid old edits. And the gaming channel's going pretty well. It's got like 30 subs.
Especially with gaming channels now, you have to do something, like you said, with the editing or the way you present it, something a little bit different, because there's that many. If you just do it exactly the same how everyone else is doing, no one's going to take any notice of you. Just another video. But if you're presenting it and doing it something different and a little bit quirky and a bit of humour in it, then you're more likely to get the subs for it. But I think you really have to get that content constantly out all the time, because I think with vape reviews you can probably get away with releasing one or two a week, but I think with gaming ones, I think you have to be releasing them daily, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. And I think TikTok has really like sapped the concentration of people. So I think it is definitely time for not just gaming videos, but also vaping reviews to just be a bit more, let's say, autism friendly. You're like there's constantly things firing at you, and that's what I enjoy in content. So I'm trying to make
the only thing that's different between like the vaping videos and gaming ones is gaming ones, you don't necessarily have to age restrict it, depending on unless you're swearing in it or playing games that's full of shooting and people getting their head blown off and stuff like that. So you're a bit more open. The audience is a bit wider. You've got wider audience. Whereas obviously with vaping, you have to age restrict it. So you are
through so many hoops.
Yeah, because YouTube really don't like the vaping.
But I feel like, just because it is an age restricted product and stuff, I think like people have taken it down a very like methodical and almost like medical route rather than like indoor smokers, like I referenced earlier. He was doing all these weird, like throwing the mods in the air and having like a fun time doing the video. I don't know if do you guys remember Ralphie's reviews? He used to do that, go clone or go home. He only reviewed like cloned RDAs and stuff like that, but he was funny, and that's what I think is missing from that a little bit. Grim Green's funny, Bogan's funny, but they're still
But I think that they were doing their vape reviews at the right time, where there wasn't as much of the volume of reviewers that there are now, so they managed to get ahead there and get the numbers up. But I mean, to be fair, they do, they are good at what they do and how they present it and stuff and that, and they are good in front of the camera. But
so it's definitely. I mean, I may be barking up the wrong tree. People may want like, serious reviews, but maybe my first review will come out and people will be like, this is too much. But I'm hoping that I'm right in thinking that we're missing a bit of comedy in with the review.
Yeah. You almost have to find your own style of doing it, the way you're own
Yeah.
doing it, instead of, like I said, just doing it how everyone else does it. So if you, like I said, if you're doing it something a little bit different than that, then you're going to start getting the attention, then, aren't you? So,
Definitely, yeah.
but there just doesn't seem to be that same volume as compared to, I suppose, when we both started reviewing coming out at the moment. I think things have quieted down a little bit. The amount of stuff that's coming out, they haven't got the same volume as they used to be.
It used to be crazy, didn't it? There was like new stuff after new stuff after new stuff.
I mean, there is new stuff coming out, obviously, but not. I don't think at the same volume as it was. But
No,
am I right in saying as well, like, companies don't seem to be as like forthcoming with their products? Like, you know, like we talked about indoor smokers and stuff, and, you know, he used to do them vape mail reviews, and he'd have like 27 different devices that got released that week, and they'd all been sent to them. But companies aren't releasing stuff as quickly, and they're not as willing to send things out for purposes of review, it seems.
yeah,
I mean, you
like
guys have got it. But,
one of the big names. Then
yeah, no, it's true. I think also a big part of that is they know what a job it is to get content onto YouTube these days, and what you have to do to get it on there without getting this bollocking for this or that bollocking for that. So I think,
and even clamping down things like on Instagram as well now, that especially if you're doing vaping stuff, you have to put your account as private. So only people that are already following you, or that you may tag someone else in that spot your name in there, will start following you. It's not like before where they could accidentally just come across it. So everywhere's
you can't put links in anymore. You can't show barcodes. You can't show logos. It's all a bit crazy.
How does that work with you guys then? Because, like, you know, obviously below us here we have different logos and stuff. Are you finding that hard on YouTube?
No, I think not so much. I don't think the way logos, but they don't like you put in anything that's going to take like a web address so much. I'm not sure about lives, but especially on reviews, and that if you show the back of a box and it's got a QR code or the web address on there, they don't like that, because that means people who shouldn't be watching the review maybe are going to be able to take them to the site, and they're just being really petty about stuff like so.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll all change now. We've got a general election coming up and stuff. I mean, I hear that
it's more because obviously they're owned by Google, I think, aren't they? YouTube. It's all the American side that they're all being.
Neil saying, has anybody seen Grim Green's video? Yeah, I saw that earlier, Neil. Very sad. Very sad to be taking the whole of June off, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, you know, not well. I suppose no spoilers or anything, but you know, yeah, it was a very hard video to watch. I thought personally.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. But it's like I said, we said before that I think his dad's been ill for quite a while. So I'm not surprised that, unfortunately, it's not looking good.
No.
Where did the whole Toker's Mafia name come from? Just out of interest.
I had a gaming channel before I've got the Joker Plays, which was called the Joker's Mafia, because I designed this image with one of my favorite movies is The Godfather. So I put Heath Ledger's Joker's face onto the Godfather's body, and I just thought, Joker's Mafia, and then. When I was creating the vape thing, I just thought, Toker's Mafia, you know, so it's like similar to it. Just drop the J and put a T there, and yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. I think it's good. I think it's nice to see new reviewers coming onto the scene, because there's been very few lately, to be fair. I mean, I remember Steve probably does as well. Probably a lot of people in chat, and probably you do as well. There was like, at one point, it felt like we were getting, I don't know, 2 a week in the UK, just popping up out of nowhere.
I think that was, especially during lockdown, I think that's when people were deciding to do that, just to keep themselves busy while they weren't at work or school or college or whatever. So, well, not school or college, but working.
I mean, in the
Oh, God.
US as well, you had like vape shops. You know, they had all their own channels and stuff like that, and it's just
Mhm.
no more. Yeah, well, some of those channels are still up, but they're only focusing on disposables, and that's it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, especially during lockdown. I mean, at one point there was about two, maybe three live vape shows on like every single day. 7 days a week. So you constantly got shows to watch and that, but then everybody started going back to work and that all died off, and now you just got the handful of shows to be watching. Like Benny Vape's show of a Sunday night in Northern Union. They got us of a Monday. You got 3 Men in a Vape show, UK Vape show, and there's quite a few others that are out at the moment.
Yeah, late night vape show sort of pops up. I don't think he's quite as often as he used to be, but he's certainly still out there.
Yeah, Saturday show.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously with Pugs and Evans and that.
Yeah, Proper Coils on a Friday.
Yeah. And
Speaking of like vaping content, have you guys seen that Juul documentary on Netflix?
I started to and turned it off.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I was just like, oh my god, this bollocks! Like,
what with that and the other one that the Capital Radio DJ did, whatever his name is, Jordan, someone,
Jordan North, I think.
North,
yeah,
that's it. Yeah, that was just like a bit cringy as well, to be fair. But I don't know. I suppose it's. I don't know. I don't remember there being. I could have missed it, but I don't remember there being a decent, on-point documentary about vaping. It always seems to be a little bit one-sided.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's just all scaremongering, especially when you hear these reports in the news about so-and-so's on life support because of vaping and that, but then they tend to miss out the fact that person... I mean, there was one lad, I think, last year, his mum was in there. Oh, it's all down to vaping and blah blah blah. But what they failed to mention on quite a few of them was that he was only 16, 17. So one, he was underage, and two, he'd been vaping THC.
Yeah,
not regular like e-liquids like this. He was vaping stuff that one, he was underage, and two, So no wonder he was. And plus, everyone's gonna. Well, not everyone, but quite a few people are going to maybe react differently to stuff like THC. And if you've got some other health condition you didn't know about, and then that's just reacted to it. But obviously, a lot of the time they leave that out in the news, don't they?
Yeah, I think
it's demonized.
The thing that annoys me the most, especially with that Netflix documentary, is that EVALI, to my mind, isn't a real thing, but they're like, oh, EVALI, e-cigarette and vaping related lung injury. It's like, it's like when you look at the facts, it's not that, but I'm probably getting too political there, but ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure.
THC are brilliant if they're being made by pharmaceutical tested and not made in someone's kitchen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Jason's saying he invited Jordan North down to Zeus Juice HQ for an educational visit, but no one got back to him.
Yes.
You can only try. You can only try.
Yeah.
Right, I have a question I need to ask when I think about it.
Okay.
So you wake up in the morning, you've had your cup of coffee, going downstairs, you think, I don't know what I'm going to have for breakfast. What is your go-to for breakfast?
Oh, I'm quite a plain person. I'd go with like some Weetabix or something like that.
So
very
plain. If you didn't have any milk, what would you?
Again, very plain. I'd probably just go with a bit of toast or something.
Waar is mijn tostiapparaat? Waar is mijn tostiapparaat? Waar is mijn tostiapparaat? Waar is mijn tostiapparaat? Ik kan hem niet vinden in de keuken, kan hem niet vinden op het toilet, kan hem niet vinden in de kamer, had ik maar beter op hem gelet. Hij staat ook niet in de bijkeuken en ook niet in de schuur. Ik zag hem net nog liggen in de la 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 la
Sorry.
Maybe.
I know. I always feel like I need to say sorry, but it's just something we do every week.
Yeah, when we have a new guest, then we like to play that just to see the reaction.
Yeah, we do. We don't like to warn people because just there's no fun in that. Because
I was going to say, yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Well, we had a guest on a couple of. I can't remember who we had on. Every time we asked him, "Oh, what would you like for breakfast?" Oh, and he had like cereal, then a bagel, then a croissant, and that and the other. Fucking say toast.
And if you can, I don't know if you can see chat, but there's some lovers and some haters for the toast song in there. Not everybody loves it.
Like Mrs. Blazing, she hates it like passion.
Mm-hmm. Andy Oakley, not a big fan. Lizzie, she likes it. Julian, he likes it. Go on, toast. Go on, Julian.
Jane liked it, yeah.
I did see Mark go no right before you said it, and I was like, what's that?
We have got quite a few silly videos, but we won't play all of them.
There's too many, and we have to be careful what we play now as well. Because
especially after last week. So
see, Jane saying toast is mandatory. There you go. See, it's got to be done every week. Sometimes we forget.
But
we
always
always
a bingo card waiting.
I'm going to play this one for a while. It's just for my silly sense of humour. Just my childish humour.
Yeah, Steve likes that one. Jason loves the toast. I think there's more people in chat tonight that love the toast and hate the toast. That's good.
Yeah, you're right there, Helen. My t-shirt is older than Jordan. I just say with this t-shirt, you won't be able to see it if it is very slowly falling apart. I've had this. Got this. Yeah, when I saw the Birmingham NEC '97. So it's like,
there is no way I would still be fitting into a t-shirt that I purchased in 1997. So get in there, Steve. Good job.
Only probably back then. I don't know. It's been washed a few times, so you can even see that's fading. Oh, there's Aussie down there. Yeah. But,
it's older than me and older than the t-shirt I'm wearing.
T-shirt's probably older than quite a few t-shirts. Yeah. I used to have that many. Every time I went to a gig and that, I used to buy a t-shirt. I mean, I had absolutely tons of them, but back in the day, but they've all disappeared. Plus, if I could find them, I probably wouldn't fit into them anymore.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I seem to every 6 months just have to buy a whole new wardrobe because everything just gets ruined or lost. I'm, like my grandparents are always like, "Oh, I brought this dress when you were first born," and I'm like, "How? How is it still alive?"
I think things are just made. Sorry, Steve. Go on, you click it. I think things are just made a lot better then. Same as everything else in life. I remember my mum having a washing machine for like 25 years. Now you'd be lucky if you get more than about 3 or 4 years out of a washing machine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my first gig t-shirt that I got in '97. I mean, my first proper rock gigs were Guns N' Roses, 91, 92, 93, and God knows where them t-shirts are now. But
I just don't get how they don't get lost. That's what I'm saying. like I seem to just lose clothes. I live with one other person, and I still lose things around the house no matter what, even if it's a massive t-shirt.
Well, I can remember. I mean, certain t-shirts and that used to bring out years ago that how funny nightclubs could be. Because I went to it's called Download now, but back in the '90s it was called Donson Monsters of Rock. My two mates went the 1 year. There's a Brazilian band called Sepultura playing, and one of their t-shirts on the stall looked like the Brazilian football shirts, but instead of the Brazilian logo it was the band logo there, and then number 10 on the back and Sepultura, yellow, blah blah blah. And headlining that year was Ozzy and the original members of Kiss, the full makeup and the 70s gear. So we saw Ozzy, and my mates didn't want to watch Kiss, so we jumped back in the car, and then we drove straight into the middle of Birmingham to go to the night, rock nightclub that we used to go to. And the one dickhead bouncer wouldn't let me in because he goes, "Oh, you're wearing a football shirt." I'm like, "So what team is Sepultura? Number 10, whatever." So he made me take it off, wear it inside out.
Brilliant.
Go in the nightclub, and then because we're going there all the time, I bumped into two of the bouncers that I knew from each week, and they're going, "Why are you wearing that inside out?" Because I said that, and they're going, "He's new, don't worry about him." So they let me turn it back the proper way around.
It's like that one In Betweeners episode where he had to borrow that tramp shoes.
Yeah. Oh, petty.
I used to love the In-Betweeners.
Oh, great show. Yeah.
I still have t-shirts from the 80s and still fit me. Nice
All
one,
right,
mate.
Birdie, don't rub it in, mate, please. It's all right for some.
That's the other thing we were talking about vape companies sending you stuff. I remember when every single like thing that you brought from like a vape shop or something came with like a t-shirt of some kind, you know. But where have all the t-shirts and hats gone?
Yeah, I think they just got.
especially.
Yeah, I mean, because I haven't got one up here. I used to. I've got this thing down here. Yeah, it's the first few expos I used to go to. I mean, I must have got about 2-3 different hats because I'd go with the cap on and I'd buy juice or something there and they go, no, do you want a free hat? You don't be wearing that one. So I know with tofu and stuff like that. There's this one company, Bristol Brew Company, like stuff like that. I bought 2 juices and they both come in usable coffee cups. You know, the juice come inside. I think I've got the but come in there so you can actually properly use it, like, and the little silicone thing to hold it if it's hot and that. But as you can tell, that one's been by the window a little bit. And I got free after that as well. But yeah, you don't get any of that nowadays. You get some cheap, shitty lanyard or something, don't you?
Do you remember when Element used to come in those? It was either like a big beaker or like a spray can, the Element Far liquid.
Yeah.
I remember them.
I miss I would pay a premium for that. Like I would, you know, if any of the companies are listening, I would genuinely pay a premium, like what Aeromaxi do, if you put your products in something cool that I can keep.
Yeah.
Like
I suppose they've got to be careful now that they're not seen to be putting it in something that's seen as child friendly, that the kids are going to go, I want one of them, because that's
the big trouble. Oh, look at that. That looks really cool.
Yeah, I remember when I first started vaping, I was in a vape shop and he had like behind the counter there was like an apple pie container, like one of those foil containers, and it was like apple pie e-liquid. I was like, that's cool. I can see why we can't do that, but surely we can do some stuff.
I'm sure if it was a Japanese or a foreign company, non-UK, that were bringing out a line of vapes, disposables that look like Minions, but just slightly different.
I've seen that.
Minion. I'm like, come on, that's just not helping.
Some shocking stuff out there. And they had that whole millions thing, didn't you? That caused
I
remember that.
Wasn't that IVG?
Yeah.
Metal Vape saying, I'm sure you can still repair a washing machine by simply replacing the paving slab that's in the bottom of the washing machine. Is that what they put in the bottom of washing machines to wave them down, or am I being naive?
I'm sure they put a bit of concrete or something in there too.
I mean, yeah.
But that still doesn't stop some of them dancing around the...
Ours does. Honestly, if it goes into super spin mode, that's it. It shoots out.
Yeah. My mum had a Mealy washing machine. It was older than me, and it was on its last legs by the time she unfortunately went. But she was clinging on to that. She was like, that machine's lasted me 25 years. Manufacturer says 25.
Mealy are the ones. They're decent.
Yeah, for some unknown reason, because we've got a little Shih Tzu, and he's got an absolute obsession with the washing machine and the dryer. We don't know where it's come from. He's obsessed with it, especially with the dryer. Once you get all the stuff out, and you've got where the water goes, as is built into like the window and the door, you can see. So if you take that out of the thing with the fluff, he goes absolutely fucking mental. As if to say, put it back, he'll bark his fucking head down. But I mean, if you leave the door open, he'll stay there. Like Helen today, she got some drying now. She come upstairs. She had a chat with me. She went downstairs and this, that, and the other. And then she was like, where is he then? Check the usual places. She went in the utilities room and he's standing there by the dryer going, still here. It's been 10 minutes.
I'm currently dog sitting and I had the dryer door open. Dog walked under it absolutely fine, walked back, stood up a little bit too quickly, bonked its head on the door, and I was like, I feel terrible, but that was
they made of rubber. Some dogs are just made of rubber, and it's like my father-in-law's got our dog's brother, and he they're like chalk and cheese. These our dog and him, like as is all Mr. Sensible, starting to be an old man, where his brother's just like, I swear he must get fed like Red Bull and lost his sugar and that because he's absolutely bloody mental. So, always bumping into stuff and.
Billy's cat loves watching the washing machine. It's like an event. Nice.
Don't tell my roommate. She sits there watching the washing machine get foamy. She loves it. Don't know why. Interesting person.
I suppose some of the crap that's on TV now and again, but
yeah, there is some pants out there.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I need something to get into. To be fair, because I've finished watching. What's that?
I'll try and take a video. Yeah, I'll try and take a video, and then next week we'll show Stewie's.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We can't get struck for that because that's all fine.
I don't know if I've still got one on the phone, but yeah, he's absolutely mental.
Animals do make me laugh. Some weird little things they get.
Oh yeah. The dog with dog setting, it will just stand by the back door, just waiting, and you think, oh, it wants to go out, take a crap or whatever. You open the door, she runs to the back of the garden, barks at a bird, and then comes back in, and you're like, you really made me unlock the door for that.
Oh yeah, I mean, Stewie, he did that the other day. He went in the garden. On the fence there was a cat, and on the roof in the house behind there was a pigeon. And he was like, arr, 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 arr. I was like, fuck's sake. Just give it up. Even the cat now just looks round him. It's the same cat just going. What's your problem?
Not again.
Jordan, what was the name of your gaming YouTube channel again?
The Joker Plays.
Okay.
I can probably get a link really quickly if you do want it. It'll probably be quicker than searching it because metadata and what have you is awful.
No, if you can stick it in the private chat on here, that'd be cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. I'll stick that in chat as well, just in case because I know there's some gamers on here for sure.
Yeah, we're currently doing we're playing Fallout New Vegas, and I'm trying to do it without killing a single creature or person. And I'm also doing Red Dead Redemption, but my God, that game is long. Red Dead Redemption 2, I've got like 2 hours of raw footage, and like I said, it takes me about a week to edit a 5-minute video. So
yeah, but like I said, because I've played that version to death, and that's why I'm doing the online now, where even on there's so much to do on that as well. It's crazy. Good though.
I can't. I don't do massive, like I say, Fortnite with you and Kurt. That's pretty much all I do. I went for a stage of playing World of Warcraft a lot, but then I got a family and I don't have time anymore, so I stopped playing that.
I just find that I can't, I have to play a game religiously. If I take like one day off, I've forgotten where I am, what I'm doing, and I'm just like so lost. So I think personally the videos are more for me, so I remember where I was and what I was doing.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Metal Vape saying World of Tanks and World of Warships are the games he plays.
Yeah, I think them games are the ones like web browser ones where you can just go to the website and download the game and just play it like that. You don't have to have it. It's not a console or specific.
Yeah, one of my mates plays World of Tanks quite a lot.
If you guys are looking for like a good first-person shooter, there's a game called Enlisted, and it's like a hyper-realistic World War II shooter. And it honestly, it's so realistic, it might as well just be called PTSD Simulator. But it's a very good game, and it's free to play. So yeah, check out Enlisted.
Evening, David. Good evening,
David. How are you, mate?
Yeah.
Listened to their podcast the other day from Expo. I was just saying check Atomizer. Oh, it's because the pod wasn't sat down properly. It's all right.
I see that you're using the new Osmodus device. How is it? I've been tempted to get it, but
it's good. It's good. I'll be honest. It's more about the direct to lung vape for me than it is the mouth to lung. I've done both. The 0.8 is it 0.8 and 0.3, Steve? Isn't it? I think it comes.
Yeah, I've got the 0.8 in here. And
here's the one I keep going back to be honest.
Nick swaps in because you get the two drip tips in it, like a restricted direct lung drip tip and a mouth to lung one. But I've got it mouth to lung at the moment. I
find it a bit spitty sometimes, but that's more the case. I leave it sat around in here. and then I come back to it.
I've been right. I mean, I haven't used that for a couple of days, and it's been all right. It's my only pet peeve, and it doesn't. It's not an end on an end long, but the pod wobbles a little bit, and sometimes when you go to take a vape, you can. But still, a stronger magnet. It's not going to fall out, but just a little wobble. It's just a pet peeve for me.
And they're quite
Osmodus are
customizable, I believe.
Osmodus are a strange company. No, sorry, they're a strange company, aren't they? Osmodus. They make great devices. Like I had a Minikin V2 when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh, this is great!" Hits like immediately and stuff. But why did they put a touch screen on that thing? Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
touch
unlock it.
I think it's just one of those gimmick things. They're just trying something different, aren't they? But,
we were talking about that last week, actually. I think it was last week or maybe the week before. Yeah, because you could never, it doesn't matter how many, honestly, 4 or 5 swipes it used to take me to unlock that screen. It used to drive me mad.
The only device that did a touch screen right was the G-Priv. Well, the G-Priv 2, because it had a touch screen, but it had like a locking button instead of a, swipe to unlock thing.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Smock are another weird company that just hit or miss,
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of their tanks. I don't mind some of their mods. I've never owned many, but
I've got 2 or 3, but I literally haven't bought a Smock product in quite a long time because I've just totally gone off them, to tell you the truth. I mean, I know they've been bringing out some newer stuff that some people have said is all right, but no, it's not for me. Schmuck.
I like the baby beast, but not for the actual tank, but just the fact that every company has made a baby beast coil, so you're never without coils for the baby beast,
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I just used to find that it didn't matter what size bubble glass you put on, the bloody smock coils were so friggin' huge that you had no room for e-liquid. Like 3 pulls on it, that's it. Refill.
Yeah, so John, your channel, the Tokers Mafia, you're up to 13 subs at the moment now. So.
Thank you very much, everybody watching. There will be videos soon, hopefully.
Yeah, they're good luck. Good luck that, and it's in our chat. They like to support.
Yeah, definitely.
New people.
Definitely.
Good luck that, aren't you?
And it's a struggle as well. It's a struggle getting numbers up. So, especially early on.
Oh yeah. But you do find it. When you try and get your name out there and try and get in as many live shows as possible, then that's how you can get your name out a little bit easier.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think we've all kind of been on a lot of different shows over the years, haven't we, Steve? Which has made a massive difference. Massive difference.
Oh, yeah.
Is Michael saying that the Smock Arcist 2 is his daily driver? I think that deserves like a round of applause, because an Arcist 2 wasn't a very good device from what I remember.
I don't think I've ever owned one. That's fair play, Michael, if that's still going, mate.
I feel like, wasn't that the one that came out after they did like a version 2 of the Alien? I feel like I might be wrong.
I haven't got great knowledge in Smock. I'm not going to lie. I'm not great with Smock. I work in the shop every day, and I find I'm not great with Smock coils, and I'm not great with Vupu. I seem to struggle with both of them, unless someone comes in and says they want a PMP, bang, straight in there. But there's just so many variants. Oh, and UAL as well. UAL confused the crap out of me. So many of those.
Still in rotation, Sigeli 30-watt mini with a Kangatech sub mini tank.
Nice.
A company I would like to see make more tanks is definitely Aspire, because the Cleto was an absolute banger, the 120 was an absolute banger, and even the Pro was an absolute banger, and just nothing since like the Cleto 120 Pro.
Yeah, it's one of my first proper sub-owned tank. No, my first one I think was the Anakin iSub whatever it was tank, iSub 2, iSub G maybe. Yeah, I think that was my proper sub-owned tank. And then I moved over to Cletos and I went through every single one of those. I really like my Cletos. They were up there for me, for sure.
Mark says that the Anakin coil is confusing as well. And I agree with that, because they don't give them proper names. It's H, Z, C. Like, oh, that's that. Thank you. That's very helpful.
There's Prism S, there's Prism, there's Z, there's S coils. Honestly, yeah, they're a ball ache, Mark. I agree. They are a ball ache.
That's why I like it when you get a different, whether it's a pocket or this, that, and the other, where they're interchangeable with maybe other company products or their own ones. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Instead of just constantly bringing out, every time they bring out a new tank, they bring out a new coil and like smock.
Jason hated his Clio tank, said it leaked like mad.
Oh man, I've never had any problems, especially with the Pros. The Pro series, my only problem with it is if you don't have a bubble glass on it, getting e-liquid in it is like, well, you know, I can't even think. It's as difficult as anything. Just so much compression in there.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
Right, well, we've come to that time of the night. So thanks everybody in chat for joining us.
Thanks, guys and girls.
Show. Thanks for people who have subbed to Jordan's channel. Thank you very much, and everyone that's hit that thumbs up. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Ian,
we
thank you very much, sir. Been cracky as usual. And
thanks,
Jordan,
Steve, and you.
Thank you very much for coming on.
No, thank you for having me. It's been great.
It's been a pleasure. It was nice to meet you at the expo, and now get to know a bit more about you now tonight. I think Ian to press the buttons, and if you just want to hang around, Jordan, we'll speak to you afterwards.
Sure thing. Thank
Right,
you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Thanks, Jordan.
everyone.
Thanks, Steve. Bye. Love you. See you later.
Bye.